Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news, so, folks, hold on tight because we've got some explosive news coming out of the NFL today. And it's all about a blockbuster trade that's shaking up the NFC North and could have major repercussions for the Green Bay Packers' future. Word from Adam Schefter's sources indicates that the Cincinnati Bengals are making a bold move, sending T. Higgins, one of their most dynamic receivers, to Green Bay. That's right, Higgins is heading to Lambeau Field, and in exchange, Cincinnati is getting a first-round pick in the 2026 draft, plus WR Romeo dubs. Now, this isn't just a simple swap. It's a strategic move for both teams, and the implications are huge. For the Bengals, it's about addressing their weaknesses, their offensive line, which has been a concern all season long, allowing 28 sacks in just 5 games. Cincinnati is trying to bolster their protection for Joe Burrow, who's been under pressure constantly, and by trading Higgins, they're looking to extend Burrow's prime years with a more solid line, even if it means sacrificing some immediate offensive firepower. But for the Packers, this is a game-changer. They're dealing with a wide receiver core that's been hit hard by injuries, especially Jaden Reed, who's out until at least Week 8 with a clavicle injury. So, bringing in Higgins, a proven Pro Bowler from 2023, gives them a much-needed boost at the position. And when you look at the numbers, Higgins has been nothing short of spectacular in 2024. He's racked up over 81 receiving yards, putting him in the top 12 among wide receivers with 7 touchdowns and averaging nearly 14 yards per reception. His advanced metrics are even more impressive, an EPA per target of plus 0.20, which is elite, and a PFF grade of 86.3, ranking among the best. Higgins is a master of contested catches, with a success rate above 50%, and his yards after catch are top tier at 5.6 yards per reception. This guy's a deep threat, a route runner, and a clutch performer. His 2025 stats aren't slowing down either, despite some injury setbacks. He's still a reliable target with solid separation, averaging nearly 3 yards of separation per route, and he's shown he can deliver in big moments, like that game against the Commanders where he caught 6 passes for 95 yards and a touchdown. His career numbers are equally impressive, with nearly 5.0 yards and 33 touchdowns, and his route win rate sits comfortably above 60%. Higgins is the kind of player that can stretch defenses and open up the field for the likes of Christian Watson and Dontavian Wicks, who are also talented but need that extra spark. And speaking of Wicks, with Higgins now in the fold, the Packers can deploy a more explosive, versatile passing attack, which is crucial because their offense has been a bit inconsistent this season. The addition of Higgins can elevate their yards per game, passing from around 220 to over 265, and it can boost their EPA per pass by nearly 20%. This is exactly what quarterback Jordan Love needs to take that next step: more reliable targets and a clear upgrade in offensive firepower. Now, let's not forget the bigger picture here. The Packers, sitting at 3-1, are in a prime position to make a deep playoff run. They've been building this team around their young quarterback, Jordan Love, and this trade signals their ambition to contend right now. Higgins' presence could be the missing piece to push them into the top tier of NFL offenses. With him, their projected receiving yards could climb to around 150, and they could see a jump in touchdown production, possibly reaching 9 TDs for Higgins alone. And the numbers don't lie. By adding Higgins, the Packers could rise from a mid-tier passing offense to a top 8 unit in the league, reducing turnovers by around 12%. Plus, Higgins' deep route ability, especially against man coverage, can activate the offense's big play potential, making defenses think twice before doubling Watson or Wicks. But what about the overall division? Well, this move could have ripple effects across the NFC North, with the Packers suddenly looking like a real threat to the Vikings' dominance. Higgins's deep targets and red zone efficiency could give the Packers a significant advantage in close games, especially in the second half when defenses tend to tighten up. And as the odds for the Super Bowl are already shifting, dropping from plus 3,000 to plus 1,500 and now favoring NFC teams at plus 200. This trade is a statement. It signals that Green Bay is serious about making a run, and Higgins is seen as that X factor that can propel them over the top. It's a bold move, for sure, and it's a clear sign that the Packers are all in this season. Meanwhile, the Bengals, on the other hand, appear to be shifting into rebuild mode. They're focusing on protecting Burrow and acquiring draft capital for future years, even if it means sacrificing a talented receiver like Higgins. It's a calculated risk, but it underscores Cincinnati's current doubts about their ability to contend this year in a tough AFC North, where they're currently sitting with a 2-3 record and cap space of around $12 million. Their secondary has been porous, ranked 25th in points allowed per game at 26, and that's hurting them overall. The decision to trade Higgins might be a signal that they're prioritizing their long-term strategy rather than this season's immediate success. But for the Packers, this is truly a dream scenario. Higgins' addition is like adding a missile to their offense, and it perfectly complements the existing weapons. Christian Watson, who's been developing as a deep threat, now has a formidable partner on the outside. And with Wicks providing additional explosiveness, the Packers' passing game is looking like a potential top 8 unit in the league. The offensive line, which has been a concern at times, can now focus on protecting Love while Higgins stretches defenses vertically, creating more space underneath for Watson and Wicks. And let's talk about Jordan Love's development. He's been solid this season, throwing for about 400 yards with 9 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. But with Higgins in the mix, Love's efficiency is expected to improve dramatically. His EPA per pass is projected to increase, and his deep completion percentage could rise close to 50%. This would give the Packers a real shot at elevating their offense to elite status, making them a serious contender in the NFC. And what about the playoff picture? Well, with Higgins now in green and gold, the odds of reaching the Super Bowl have improved significantly, dropping from plus 3,000 to plus 1,500, and the NFC conference favorites are now at plus 200. Higgins is clearly seen as that extra piece that can make all the difference in tight postseason battles, especially with his ability to win deep routes and succeed in red zone scenarios, where he's proven to be highly effective against man coverage, with a 25% boost in red zone efficiency. This move is not just about the present, it's about setting up a sustainable, competitive future for the Packers, who are clearly aiming for back-to-back deep playoff runs. They're stacking talent, and Higgins is the perfect addition to a roster that's hungry for success. As we look at the bigger picture, it's undeniable that this trade is a statement, an indication that Green Bay is serious about competing at the highest level. The Bengals, meanwhile, are taking a different route, rebuilding, focusing on their offensive line, and accumulating draft capital for the future. It's a bold move for Cincinnati, but one that could pay off in the long run if they hit on their picks and develop their young players. And for the Packers, it's about seizing the moment, leveraging this aggressive move to position themselves as NFC contenders once again. So, fans, buckle up because the NFL landscape is shifting, and the Green Bay Packers are at the center of it with this incredible trade. The future looks bright, and Higgins' arrival could be the catalyst that propels them back into Super Bowl conversations. This is the kind of move that fans will be talking about for years, and it's a testament to the Packers' ambition and their relentless pursuit of greatness. So keep your eyes on Lambeau Field, because with Higgins now in green and gold, exciting times are ahead. The NFC North just got a lot more interesting, and Green Bay's journey to another Super Bowl could be just getting started. Stay tuned, because we'll be right here bringing you all the latest updates, insights, and analysis on this historic move. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news.